Crypt Custodian is a top-down metroidvania from Kyle Thompson, the developer of Sheepo and Islets, and I'm happy to say he made another great game. In this game you play as Pluto, a cat who is sentenced to be the janitor of the afterlife after you have died in an accident. But there's still some hope left, because there exists a crystal mirror that lets you go back to the living world as a ghost for one day. In order to reach this mirror, you need to befriend every character and work together as a team. I really enjoyed the charming story. Sure, it was pretty straightforward, but the overall presentation and the fun friends you meet along the way really made it something special. The gameplay is also really enjoyable. The combat can feel a bit simple, because it's mainly dodging, spamming your attack button when you see an opening, and occasionally using your special move. But there are a lot of different biomes with their own gimmicks, and this made sure it didn't become boring and repetitive. I would have loved to have seen a bit more abilities though, because I had a lot of buttons left on my controller that didn't do anything, so I think it's a missed opportunity. Don't get me wrong, there were some fun and really inventive abilities, but I feel like there was room for even more. The exploration and the world building are excellent though. You can fast travel to any save point at any moment, and I really wished more games would do this. It makes exploring this world such a blast, and when you reach a dead end, because you need a specific ability, you don't have to go all the way back. You just open the map and select a save point to teleport to. It saves so much time, and that's why I love this design choice. You also have two different kind of maps, and both were very helpful in their own way. These small touches are really solid game design, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate them. There aren't any experience points for you to gain. Instead, you can collect dirt or scrap to buy stuff like upgrades or charms that will make you stronger. All over the world are these upgrade points for you to find. Sometimes they are just in the open, but most of the time you need to overcome a small challenge or puzzle room. Or you have to lift a curse by adding a challenging disadvantage to yourself, like dying in one hit or enemies exploding when they die. And with these upgrade points you will open up more slots to equip more upgrades. I thought this upgrade point mechanic as your way of leveling up your character was an interesting approach, and it made sure you needed a bit of exploration to get stronger, so I didn't mind it at all, especially because exploring this world was just really fun and not that time consuming. The boss fights in this game were also a lot of fun, and also really fair in my opinion. Some of their attacks are almost bullet hell-like, but your jumping and your dodging are really forgiving and give you a lot of invincibility frames. It's also always a great strategy to keep your distance at first and analyze all their attacks carefully before you strike. I just love their overall design, and none of them felt the same. All of these fights were tense, memorable, and a giant spectacle. There's also a bit of side content, like other than collecting upgrade points and the upgrades themselves, there are photographs of each character for you to collect, and they give you a bit more backstory. You can also find these CDs for the jukebox, and there are these lost spirits, and returning them will give you rewards. You can also try the boss rush for an extra challenge, so there's a lot to do in this game. And without spoiling too much, there's even some post-game content that will add probably like an hour to the overall game time, And if you manage to 100% complete this game, you will unlock a new mode that will give this game a lot more replayability. So in general, Crypt Custodian is a great follow-up to Islets in my opinion. And the only tiny flaws I can find are the basic combat and the fact that there was potential for even more fun and inventive abilities. But other than that, this game is a must-have if you love adventure or platform games. Everything about it is just really solid, and there's just something about the charming art style and the overall presentation of Kyle Thompson's games that really click with me. It took me almost 9 hours to finish it with 100% map completion. And if you need a bit of help with finding every collectible, you have the option to unlock the location of missed collectibles in the form of red dots on your map for a small fee. So this is another feature that saves you a lot of time and really encourages you to explore the entire world. Despite the tiny flaws I've mentioned before, I just love this game and I can't recommend it enough. And while I'm at it, don't forget to check out Cheapo and Islets as well, if you haven't already. So be ready for a charming adventure in the afterlife and explore a colorful world full of memorable characters, heartfelt moments and spectacular boss fights, so you will be able to organize an ambush and reach the crystal mirror.